So Everyday Watercolor Florals kind of started me on this journey by Rainey. I love this. You can see that I have some paint splatters, and you can also see, like, I took some tracing paper and I traced the line drawing, so then I have it for next time, and then when I wanted to trace it, all I had to do was I just have to retrace it, so it's always there, and I just have it kind of in the book. But I love these things because she does actually mention, like, get your tracing paper out and start tracing. so that one's always fun. But what I love about this book is she gives you different shapes of the flowers. Like right here, she says, like, there's different shapes. There's a star shape, a circle shape, another star shape, but you know, differently. And so stars and circles, and then how to kind of do your leaves. And so I found that really, really helpful. And I also love how she organized this book. Like, this is one of the books where if you're like, I know I want to paint a star flower, you can go through and all the reds are star flowers, and then it goes into circle shapes, so like daisies and roses, and then the bell shaped flowers. And so then she has all the bell, and I love how she's organized this book. This is such a great book. And then a bowl shape, so more of a circle, but like peonies and camellias, and you know, just beautiful chrysanthemums also have a bowl, and you can tell that it's well loved. So anyways, highly recommend this book, and get some tracing paper and get your pencils out, because you will fall in love with this book. And I just love how she is very transparent about everything. She just really wants everyone to learn how to make florals, and this has been a great book. I love the Take 3 Colors series, because I can use like just 3 colors and paint a beautiful floral, and so that's why this is in my like favorite floral books. There's no, I love being able to say, I want to paint a tulip, and then what colors did they use, and how to make the tulip, right? Just like that. So this is a great beginner's book as well, and you can really learn how to use masking fluid. It talks about, like, if there's a new term that you don't know, it like tells you, like, this is what that means. So fading out is a method of like fading out the intensity of the color to a lighter version of that color. So anyways, this is a great one. I love this one because you can take a limited palette. For the most part, there's your 3 colors, and then between these 3 colors, they're showing you how to mix those 3 colors to get a beautiful color palette. And then also, like, there's just fun. Like, sometimes I'll pick up a book that'll just say, oh, I don't have a tutorial on how to paint a passion flower, but now I do because it's in this book. But this one has just been great. I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, I believe, a couple years back, and it's been really well loved. This was another book I found at Hobby Lobby. This one, actually, I bought this one because it has the tracing already done for me, and I am all about learning, right? Like, I can learn from the best and just make a beautiful painting and enjoy it and give it as a gift, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with giving traced paintings from a book as a gift, from a card, or to someone that you love. And I think that's why I gravitate to sometimes these kind of books, is because I can paint for the enjoyment of it and give it away as a gift if needed, or hang it up on my wall. But I love that there's all these tracings, and by Wendy Tait. So Watercolor Flowers by Wendy Tait, and she has the line drawings to go with them, and you just trace them. Yeah, so fun. And it goes through all the different techniques that you would use for florals, and I really enjoyed painting through this book. Sometimes I feel like once you understand how you like to paint, then it's just nice to have these references. Alright, Haines, Atmospheric Watercolors. I've probably spent the most time in this book. My favorite part about this book is that it's organized by seasons. So just like the Gina Rainey one is organized by shape, this is organized by season. So I can say I want to paint a winter-ish type flower, and then she talks about the different flowers that she loves in the winter. She also is a gardener, so she plants a lot of her flowers for a studio garden, and I love that about Jean Haines. But she has a very completely different style. It's very it's almost abstract, it's very impressionistic, very indicative to watercolor, and I just love her style. But some of my favorite ones are like this violet. I have painted this violet exercise a couple times, and they're so fun to paint. Yeah, and so butterflies, if you love like the more loose and fluid, abstract, expressionistic style, this is a lovely book that I have cherished a lot. All right, if you like the more realistic, and I call them moody florals, with like the dark background and the bright florals, like reminds me of the Dutch painters in the early like 1900s, late 1800s. This might be a good one. But I love Soon. Sometimes when I'm painting, I hear her voice just like and she'll be like, you have to be a little bit crazy to get the outcome that you want. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, is what she says, because you can always fix them. But she talks about like how to get that realism, and she traces her reference photos onto her paper, and then she just literally builds her values. So I bought this book because I went to her workshop, but I loved her workshop because she gave us a lot of information on how to build your washes into darker values, into more realistic paintings. And I love this little chart right here. These are the different greens that you just have in your palette, and then what it does when you put different colors to it. So there's a lot of information in this book. I believe it is not printed anymore, so you have to find it used, and I believe that the copyright is about 20 years ago. Yes, the copyright is at 2006, so about 20 years ago. But I love her. She is such a great artist and author, and there's the table of contents on how she paints her flowers. This is something that I hope to dive into in the winter when I want to paint and I need a good project to work on. And then last but not least, I enjoy Anna Mason, because she is a wonderful artist. I just love her style. I don't paint realistic very often, but I do enjoy the way she paints. And so I also enjoyed the first couple of chapters where she is talking about like nature and inspiration, and it really just like compelled me to start gardening. And so I have loved her example on gardening to get beautiful photos, and I just enjoy learning from her. I might not be the best realistic painter, but I really enjoy learning from her, and this book is really just a beautiful way to learn how to build your values, how to draw more realistically, and then paint more realistically. So those are my books that have helped me learn how to paint in watercolor.